What's up?
What's up?
What?
Oh, we have so much. But first of all, this is No Homo with Jonathan and Tom. I'm Jonathan.
Is this still No Homo with Jonathan and Tom? On so many levels.
It is.
I'm Tom.
Everything's in question, but for today, for right now, this is No Homo, and I'm Jonathan, and that's Tom.
I'm Tom, and this is episode 21. We're legal now. We're drinking. I'm seeing a message that network is struggling.
Truer words have never been spoken. I mean, I think we just go, right?
Yeah, I think we just go, hopefully.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll just see. We'll find out because I am coming to you live from the road this week. And a couple of things happened here, but I'm going to tell you, I'm in a hotel room. I am at Camelback Resort. Do you know what this is?
Nope, but woof. Okay. Also, this is the best you've ever looked. I don't know what this haircut is, but I like it.
Well, thank you. It's probably because I'm in full dad mode right now because Camelback it's a little hotel getaway, a little resort getaway in beautiful Pennsylvania that is also an indoor water park. So I'm in it. And I didn't even really put all this together until it was too late, but I did. Let me show you because I'm fully in it. I'm fully in. Can you see my water shoes?
Wow, woof.
Can you see my water shoes? I went ahead and wore my water shoes through all of this just so I'd have them on for you. Wow. I have a whistle just in case kids get out of line. So we tomorrow is Veterans Day, and my wife planned a little with some friends a little getaway for an overnight. And it wasn't until I'm just so forgetful and so fucked in the brain that I literally forgot I was planning both of these things. We had a conversation yesterday midday, like a little prep for the episode, and had that conversation. Felt great about it, and then like a little bit later, it like dawned on me, I'm just an idiot. A beautiful little angel like landed on my shoulder and went, "Hey, how are you gonna record the episode?" And I went, "Oh, gee, fuck! I hadn't even thought of it. Like the two did not come together in my head until that moment." So. We're on the fly here. We're doing it from the hotel. I'm in the hotel room bathroom. This is the sink light because my ring light wasn't even working. So and it wasn't even this was just a thing that I'm kind of in full dad mode. Jen made these plans. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'm here, I'm helping, I'm a part of it, but I did not have anything to do with the plan making. But it didn't take long for me to realize that, was it 2 weeks ago that you were just all over, you were fighting all water parks. Just aggressively fighting water parks. So I'm in it right now, man. I'm in the shit. I'm in the trenches. Maybe literally in the shit at some point this week.
How is it? Are you having fun? Is there a lazy river?
Yeah. Yes, there's a lazy river with kind of a quick current. The kids got a little caught off guard by how quick the current. Caleb literally goes, "This isn't a lazy river. It's a crazy river." I was pretty proud of him for that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. They're having fun. It's one of those things. I'll go ahead and I'll put it right up there with okay, what I want to say is I'll put it right up there with childbirth, not like the actual act of childbirth, like my experience with childbirth, which is the situation is bonkers and my only job is to keep my cool. My job is to be there and support the bonkers shit that's happening. And my main job is don't freak out and don't show that I'm freaked out by what's happening. And I feel the exact same way here is we're going to be real careful. We're going to but there's no getting around some of this. It's all the same water. Whatever fucking athlete's foot is here. We're going to do our best. And we're not gonna have a bad time. We're gonna just do it, and we're gonna do our best to not worry about the other shit, and we're gonna deal with that when it comes. But stay alive, keep everyone alive, and keep everyone as happy as possible. And so far, the kids are having fun, and that's what it's for, So
that's great, man.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. I have questions, but I don't. I'm also I'm a little preoccupied because of what I'm seeing on Squadcast, which for our listeners is the recording software we record this, and it's a little wonky. So if it looks like I'm not paying attention to the story, I am. I'm also trying to suss out what's happening, but this is crazy. I want to get into if you're willing to humor me.
Of course. I feel like I owe you for setting this up by accident. I'm willing to humor you.
I want to talk about your calendaring in your life, but I don't want to. I don't want it to come across judgmental. Like I want to think of this as like I'm a sociologist, or I'm studying a
Sure,
tribe.
we can do it academically. Sure, yeah, we can look at it anthropologically.
Because it's so different from me. So like, let me just ask some questions. Do you have a calendar?
Yeah, multiple.
Well, what do you mean multiple?
Like when they all come together, they converge on our. We actually now have a skylight. Shout out skylight. One of the big like wall, like calendars.
Oh yeah, my sister has that
interactive calendars. Yeah.
Yes.
And I requested. I was like, I got it. I was like, we're getting this because my calendars are so fucked up. My calendars are a mess. I have an Outlook work calendar. I have iCal for home stuff. I have our stuff is on is our home calendar, but that's like through my jgreg / whatever Gmail, as opposed to there's like so many calendars that come together, and I've gotten decent at the way they all come together and the way they all work. But this is like
so you use Google Calendar, and there's you turn the different calendars on and off depending on what you want to see.
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
And it's on your phone as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we and Monday nights are in. Monday nights are in as a 6:30 pre-prep, and then the record and like
it's so But I asked this like knowing I'm on the other side of the spectrum. I'm like a type A about calendars.
Dude, I'm flying blind so much of the time. I'm always trying to find a new way to organize. I'm trying so hard.
Yeah.
And I ask for help, and I try to I'm trying to do everything I can, but then like this is. So our stuff is in the calendar. This trip is not. And it was like, yeah, tomorrow's a holiday. Fuck it. We're doing a random thing overnight. And then it was like literally.
Well, see, I think we can pinpoint the problem here. In my opinion, the person who booked the trip should have calendared it. And so you can't possibly be held at fault here for a major digression.
Can I say, and we'll see how quickly Jen listens to this one as it comes back around. I have gotten much better at exactly that, at putting things in the calendar, because it was years. She worked for years. It took her years of work to get me to put things in the calendar.
Yeah, there. Okay, good.
And I'm pretty good at that now. And I gotta say, I think maybe I negatively rubbed off on her. I think she's gotten a little bit lax on putting things in the calendar. Like it's a weird place for me, and I really have to come in soft because I don't want to overshoot my my ground on this one. But I do often have to be like, did you put that in the calendar?
Yeah.
So then it's not on me really that I didn't know it was
and in fairness, Naquan and I don't have a shared calendar. We've talked about it, but I still am holding on to, I really like the Apple Calendar. I like the Apple Calendar on my laptop.
That's actually what I do more of, not the Google Calendar. They all come together in certain different ways, but I like the Apple Calendar more.
Yeah, I like the way it functions better. Yeah. I like how it talks to my phone. I have a work calendar that's separate, and it does not connect to my phone because I have a work phone. But we don't have a shared calendar, so we're constantly, and it's usually me telling him stuff, and then he doesn't necessarily put it in his calendar. He's gotten better at it, but that it is kind of a thing sometimes. But so for me, like I can't function. One of the first things I do in the day, well, that's not true. The whole morning rituals. After the morning rituals, when I sit down at the desk, whether it's at home or at work, the first thing I do is like study the calendar for the day. Yeah. And then on Mondays, I also study the calendar for the week. And I study the calendar for the next day at some point in the day, like mid-afternoon, I'll study the calendar for the next day. And then I also on Mondays have started studying the calendar for the week ahead just to get a sense of like, is there someone's birthday coming up? I need to get a gift or blah, blah, blah. But that's the only way I can do it, because my memory, my short-term memory, my long-term memory, all my memories are
I need a thing of the past. And honestly, this is one of the reasons that I'm like excited for the future of AI. I don't know if it really, whatever, even if it's a bubble that bursts pretty soon, and even if the economy gets fucked from it, I think that we're still going to get some tech that comes out of this, and I am looking forward to it because I fucking need something to just look at my stuff and go like, okay, this is what you got now. This is what you have short term. This is what you have long term. Like, because you're right. Like I try, and I'll go through. I don't know if it's I know that it's my ADHD, and also just like I did not learn I did not spend the time younger learning how to organize and learning how to do that, and it just doesn't happen. So it'll be like, and it's been my whole life. My mom used to give me shit for it. Like when I was in third grade, she gave me a special notebook to write my homework down in, because I would come home and be like, I don't know. She's like, what do you have to do? I'm like, I have no idea. And so she was like, write it down. So I would write it down, but I didn't like go in order of the pages. I just fucking open to a page and write homework down.
Oh my God.
God.
It's so making me sick to my stomach.
That's basically I've barely evolved past that. That's like still inner child Jonathan is doing still that exact same thing. So a lot of days I'm flying so fucking blind. And frankly, at work, I'm director of operations. I am in charge of the order of operations of things. I'm in charge of workflow of all these different productions, all these different projects. And I'm always begging people to stick to the systems we put in place, because otherwise I cannot keep up.
Yeah.
And nobody is interested in keeping up with the systems we put in place. And so like, I think that's been part of it too, frankly, my life has gotten more chaotic because my workday is like, I go into work being like, I don't fucking know. Like, I know that I was supposed to be, so let me get back in here and see if I can figure out how to put these things back together and see where we are and all this stuff. And like, yeah, this just hit that spot where it was like kind of an anomaly. Like, it's one thing, the weekly and daily tasks and the way that the calendar works, and this was a curveball that, frankly, I guess we can say it's Jen's fault.
Okay, well, we've done that, and yeah, work on your calendaring, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome.
Thanks. I need that. I need.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't mean it to sound judgy.
It's
I'm
okay.
fine.
It is. I'm horrible with my calendar. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
I would love better help, and I just can't. Like, I mean, nothing's helped yet.
I mean,
I found a way around.
I think it's personality based too, because I mean, I took to planners like fish to water when I was in school and had my first planner. Like, I loved a planner. I love a good old planner. It took me a long time to move from writing it down to digital, but I did, and everything, like, it's all digital now. Except every day I have a handwritten to-do list. That's how I get through my day, personal and work. I have a page in my notebook and I write down everything I need to do for the next day. And
you know what? I'll do that. Like
off.
Therapist Megan got me into color blocking for a little while, like, because I've tried everything. I've tried a very specific calendar, very specific schedule for the day. I tried color blocking, and now I like do a lot of like kind of an abridged color blocking with just sticky notes. I have sticky notes that represent different things. Except for I'll fucking just leave them wherever I leave them. Like, I will write it all down. I'll get it all blocked out, and then leave that somewhere and have no idea. Dangerous. And it's like I won't even think about it till later. I'll be like, oh shit, I did not look back at my sticky notes at all. Like, it's crazy.
It sounds like your calendaring is good. It sounds like you haven't developed the habit of constantly looking at the calendar. And I think that's
true.
the key step that you need.
That's true.
Yeah. It's like just putting it there is not enough. You have to constantly look at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to remember to do that. I need to set alarms or something. That's another thing. I fucking do. I mean, I tell you what, man, my brain is like determined to not let me be organized. I'll set alarms. I'll set alarms to look at things. I'll set alarms with the notes. I will put my to-dos in alarms. But then, like, if I need an alarm for a time, then I'll just go back and use that same alarm. So then I quickly get used to not looking at the note in the alarm because it's like just for the time. And then an alarm goes off and I close it. And if I don't do the thing that moment, it's gone.
Yeah.
So
Yikes. All right. Well, let's
so I'm in a hotel room for this episode.
Hopefully this episode that's even recording, because right now you're a GeoPixel version of yourself. Okay, we have an update on our podcast name. For those of you, thank you for your suggestions that people sent us, the YouTube comments and people that wrote to us, and we appreciate them. We loved a lot of them. We're leaning towards. Do you want to? Here, I'll give a drum roll.
Oh yeah.
And the new title is
Bro Homo.
Woof! I love it.
Bro Homo with Jonathan and Tom. I think it's pretty good. I think it's good.
I think it's really good. I'm actually quite excited about it. And please stick with us on our rebrand, everybody. We will announce as we roll it out. But it'll be happening soon. So that's first point of business. Second, I have a little correction corner because I don't want to single-handedly take down Carnival Cruises. The New York Magazine article that I mentioned about cruises last week is called "They Missed the Cruise Ship. That Was Only the Beginning." It's from December of 2024, and the cruise line in question was the Norwegian Cruise Line. It's a great article. You'll never want to get on a cruise again. I was recommended to watch the Poop Cruise documentary on Netflix, which I just watched, and also that will make you never want to get on a cruise again. Cesspools of humanity.
I was thinking, like, this place, an indoor water park resort, is kind of like a landlocked cruise ship, but at least we can't get lost off the cruise ship. Like, at least we can, like, walk out to our car and leave here. The rest of it, though, is pretty much a landlocked cruise ship.
Yeah.
That's like it made me think of Triangle of Sadness, like when they get into the you know, like when things start going crazy,
Yes.
and then it's just like just flooding toilets and like just for minutes, just the longest.
Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and spoil the documentary. They lost power, and so it meant the toilets couldn't flush. And so they told them all to pee in their showers, and then they gave them little red bags to poop in, and they would collect the bags. Well, the showers weren't draining. And then the tugboat came to finally tugboat them back to America, and that caused the ship to list because the little, and so all of the showers now, all of the sewage was leaking all over the ship.
Oh, wow.
This is why I don't understand why any sane human would ever choose to put themselves. There's so many wonderful places in God's green earth to visit. You don't need to go on a cruise.
You don't need to go on a cruise. And like if you need the all inclusive, that exists too. Like you can get your fruity drinks, and you can get your water Zumba classes. You can get those somewhere.
You can get it all.
You can get it on land. That's gross. That's funny.
Yeah. The other thing we watched this weekend, which I want to rave about, is Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's. Oscar contender. So good. Beautiful movie. Kind of can't stop thinking about it. Images that are sticking with me, moments that are sticking with me. Can't wait to watch it again. A little bummed I watched it on the small screen, but that's kind of how it's being released, is on Netflix. I'm sure it's in theaters in New York if you look for it right now, because it's trying to be an Oscar contender. Jacob Elordi will be nominated for supporting actor. I'm declaring it now. It's an amazing performance. It's really good. So highly recommend Frankenstein.
Right. Sometimes I feel like Guillermo it takes a thing that exists already and just wants to make it his own, but it doesn't always hit for me. Sometimes it hits really well. Sometimes I really like his take on things.
Yeah,
Sometimes
Pan's Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth is awesome. What's the
his Harry Potter is the best of the Harry Potters, hands down.
I like his Pinocchio a lot. Caleb likes his Pinocchio a lot. It actually was brought up a lot of earlier than I expected to talk to my son about war and bombs and all of the issues they got into with that. Yeah. I was like, sure, Pinocchio, whatever. But then we're like, oh yeah, so let's talk about fascism in World War II. All right.
But
it was, I enjoyed that one. I can't even think of the one of that's like the undead and maybe not vampires, but like red something or crimson something. I don't know. It doesn't. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. But and I did not I couldn't get on board with fish people. I just couldn't get on board.
I didn't like that one either. Shape of Water.
Yeah.
I really did not like that movie.
Yeah.
So I hear you about this one, but he makes up for it here. I think it's really good.
Cool. I mean, he takes big swings, and so when it works for sure. So cool.
Speaking of big swings, have you been following the news about Matt Khalil? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, whose marriage ended over irreconcilable differences?
Yes.
Yeah. I meant to put that in the outline. I'm glad that you did it. I'm glad you brought it up. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, you know what? Turns out there is such a thing as too big, all right? We finally got there.
Two Coke cans, she said. And I'm very upset he does not have an Instagram account, so I'm very upset about that. But he was just offered $300,000 for to do a porn. So fingers crossed. But I don't know if he'll do that.
He shouldn't sell it to a porn. He should start an OnlyFans and make that every week for the rest of his life.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a crazy story. Yeah. Did you guys watch anything this week or
It's such a that's why my culture section is nothing here. We finished The Diplomat, which was exciting. Actually, Jen slept through it, so she's got to go back and watch it. But should we
spoiler alert right here and talk about it?
Sure. Okay. So spoiler alert for the next 2 minutes, whatever. Skip ahead. Yeah. We don't even do whatever. Skip ahead.
we don't have to spoil it. It's fine. The Diplomat. I thought the ending was good. I loved it.
I loved the ending.
Typical Diplomat.
Yeah.
Pull the rug out from under you. Where the fuck are they going to go next? It all felt like it ended too soon for me.
Sure. It was only 8 episodes or something, right? It was short. The season was short, but it was.
Yeah.
They picked that train started moving and it went fast, and then it was. I really enjoyed the ending.
Yeah, we knocked that out this week. We knocked out Boots, which I loved, then I hated, then I loved again for a moment, and then kind of hated it at the end. But
really,
that's my review on Boots. There's a lot of good things about it. The performances are great, but.
I was in for like so many roles in that show, and I auditioned for multiple roles in that show, and I usually make a habit. I'm too vain to watch things I don't get cast in, so I started it and like liked it a little bit, not enough to keep going in the moment, and
it's just a little confusing. I think it just doesn't know what it wants to be. It's confusing the way they use music, and there's this whole subplot with the mom that makes no sense, and I constantly didn't know what it was wanting me to feel.
Yeah.
But we did also just finish Nobody Wants This, which bawled my eyes out at the end of. So
really?
Good. Yeah, I love that show.
Right.
Yeah.
That's that. Jen just finished that one. She did it without me. I was out for a night the other night, and she finished it without me. So I got to go back and watch the last episode or so of that one.
You had a bro night without me?
What was I doing? It can't have been that fun. No, I don't. Yeah. I don't remember where I was.
Right,
but I just know she watched it without me, and it might have been us. No, I don't know. I was going to say us recording last week, but it wasn't that. I don't know.
It wasn't that.
I don't know what it was.
Well, we have good news from last week. Mamdani won the election, and Democrats we ran the table last Tuesday night. Democrats had an amazing night. I mean, I'm a emotional mess when it comes to politics in general, but I cried multiple times. Naquan was kind enough to let me watch the election returns for a couple hours Tuesday night. And it's not even a big election. There's not that much to be waiting for, but man, I just was really moved by, first of all, like young men swinging for Spamberger and Cheryl in New Jersey, and all this talk about young men, and we've lost young men, and that didn't prove true to be in those elections. So that gave me hope. The two statewide, I don't remember their offices, but two statewide positions were won by Democrats in Georgia, which is the first time in a long time that's happened in Georgia. So that gave me hope. And then obviously Zoran Mamdani won for mayor of New York, which is really great news. And I don't know, it just felt like we had all this momentum.
And midterms usually swing away from the incumbent, but still, it was like clearly people the dissatisfaction is spreading, and people are aware that this sucks. So, and like this, there's so much. I mean, being in New York, but also like everyone fucking cares about the mayor of New York all of a sudden. Like it became such a big deal and became such a comment on the whole thing. So like no matter what powers the mayor of New York does or doesn't have, I think it's great for just branding, but it's great for the narrative right now. That people are whoever was worried about it and up in arms and got to have all sorts of, whatever problems, whatever part of, I don't know. It feels very mob mentality propaganda. The problems with Zoran seem like not a thing you should worry about for the mayor. I don't think that he's, I don't know. I mean, we'll see what he can do and what he can get done, but I think he's a good guy who smiles, and he doesn't have any sexual assault claims against him yet. So like good for him let's start with a clean slate and not take the old predator,
Yeah, for sure. I was very happy. It was good news. It's I've been a little bit upset since last night. The news that Democrats were caving on the shutdown is upsetting, especially after last week. And I think it's a mistake. But I do feel like I do like it. Referencing a joke that no one is going to get. There's an Oprah Winfrey video on YouTube that I am going to link to in the comments for this episode.
Great.
And it is the funniest video, and I watch it a couple times a week. It's like 90 seconds of your time. Go to the comments on your whatever platform you're watching or listening to this on. I'll put the link there. I promise I'll remember. It makes me very happy. So basically they're forcing Republicans. Part of the deal that we're agreeing to is the Republicans we're agreeing that we're going to move forward with the budget, and that we'll vote on the healthcare subsidies in January. And the problem with that is that there's no guarantee we'll get that vote. And even if we get the vote in the Senate and 100 people vote for it, they're never going to take it up in the House. It's like it's dead on arrival. This vote is not going to happen. But what's amazing about it, what's kind of genius about it, is we've drawn so much attention to the fact that these healthcare subsidies are going up majorly in a big way, and that it's the Republicans' fault. And so now they either have to own it, they either have to vote on it, and then we get to lower the subsidies, or we get to use that for the next year leading up to the midterms next year. So Yeah, trying to make the most of it. But I was really feeling good about how we were doing. And then Democrats were lame once again. So here we are.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's also kind of, I don't know. I am not nearly, as per usual, not nearly as locked in, but like, I don't know. It's also a sign that some of these establishment Democrats maybe have run their time. Like, there's a lot of stagnation, and it doesn't seem to be like what the people want, and they're like, so
yeah,
we got to get them out too.
Yep, for sure. If you're old, it's time to call it a day.
There's a part of me that was like, I couldn't get it was like a stoned shower thought I was having the other night that like, I know we're very divided by party right now, but like really to scale, it's kind of like, it's more ageism than partisan. Like, I think if you really come, like there's a lot of it that's like, there's a young new thing happening. And like, there's a young conservative and an alt-right that is like, but that's a malleable, I think that's a group that can still be taught and changed and brought to a different spot, but it's like still the young population is like dissatisfied. It's like this isn't right, and so this sucks, and so like a big part of the group has been grabbed and like taught this one thing that this nationalism is the way to do it, and this kind of like masculinity and the toxicity of it and whatever. But that's still a group that can be reached, I think. And there's like and then you have like Democrats, but old ass Democrats who are fucking so ingrained in the establishment that they're just going along to get along anyway, and it's not fixing or helping anything at all. So part of me is like, we just gotta like get the old ones out. I don't mean to be an ageist, but a little bit.
No, I'm an ageist about this. They should be out. Okay, so this week for our big discussion, I challenged you to something. Challenge is the wrong word, but I came across in doom scrolling one day this article that was like, don't spend money on the fancy astrologist and the life path coach. Here are 10 prompts you can feed into ChatGPT, and they will come back to you with the same answers. And I was like, this kind of shit's right up my alley. I love this shit. So I was like, okay, I'm going to start to put them in. And so I sent you four life prompts. So we're going to share our information. So the first one that we're going to talk about is the life blueprint decoder. And so we're gonna our life path decoder for each of us. So we're gonna share our results. So I'll go first.
Do you have the prompt in front of you? Because I didn't copy the prompt on my thing.
The prompt is I want you to act as a life path decoder. I'll provide my date of birth, which I did. I'm an Aquarius. Use psychology, numerology, logic, and life pattern mapping to reveal my deepest traits. Oh, I didn't shut my phone off.
Oh,
wow.
Come on.
Podcaster. To reveal my deepest traits, hidden strengths, weaknesses, and destiny blueprint. Okay, so this is what came back. I am the architect of expression.
Ooh.
Okay, so and we haven't shared this with each other, so this is about you reacting and see if this sounds right to you.
Okay,
you were born to translate emotion into form, to make ideas, humor, or insight tangible and accessible.
Dude,
what? I know. It's something. I'm the Life Path 3 blueprint, whatever that means. The 3 path is about finding your voice, not just literally, though often that too, but in the sense of authentic self-expression in art, storytelling, leadership, or influence. People with this path are magnetic. Check. Charming, check. Verbally quick, check. Emotionally resonant, check. But often carry an early life tension between wanting to be seen and fearing judgment.
Whoa.
I know, bro. Wow. It's like this ChatGPT cut deep.
Yeah.
You likely grew up both expressive and introspective.
Wow.
An observer who noticed everything, but sometimes hid behind wit or competence. The Aquarius part of me wants to analyze, improve, revolutionize. The 3-part path wants to feel, connect, and play. And social alchemy. These are my strengths. I can read a room intuitively and shift its energy. I think that's true. Resilient optimism, even though I get setbacks, a deep inner optimism keeps emerging. Vision coupled with originality. I usually have different ideas of how to solve things. Connector energy. You attract diverse people. You bridge worlds, blah, blah, blah. Some of my shadow patterns, the mask of performance. I sometimes might hide my vulnerability behind humor. or irony, which is true. Overthinking the audience. What is the audience going to think about this? How much have I said that to you? Emotional disconnection. When life feels too messy, you detach. Scattered focus. With so many ideas, you challenge. I struggle to stay in one lane long enough. All right, so that's my life blueprint.
Yeah.
What did you think? Was it accurate?
Yeah, it's pretty accurate, man. So much of that is like, I mean, that was like director Tom through and through, and then also just like the newest chapter, or the most recent big chapter of your life. I think that's like really spot on. Most of that.
Yeah. Thank you. I agree. All right, let's hear yours.
Okay, the life blueprint decoder. Let's see. I'm a 9 was my number. I'm the 9 life path, a humanitarian visionary. Wired for empathy, depth, and understanding, you see patterns in people and society and intuitively sense what's broken and how to mend it. At your best, you channel that insight into creativity, emotional or humanitarian outlets, writing, mentoring, leadership, and design that makes people feel seen. You carry an internal tension between wanting peace and feeling responsible for everyone else's happiness. You often play the emotional anchor in other storms. Your challenge is learning that compassion doesn't mean self-sacrifice. There's some truth in there for me that I think. I don't know. Like, I'll keep going here, unless you do want to jump in. Okay.
No, that all sounds. That resonates. Yep.
There's the master builder underneath. There's a 22 hidden, and it's huge. The 22 hidden in your date is huge. It adds practical genius, visionary discipline, and the potential to leave a tangible legacy, a system, a body of work, a foundation. You're not meant to just dream about helping people. You're meant to build the bridge that helps them cross. But that's heavy energy. 22s often battle with self-doubt or cycles of perfectionism. You might oscillate between feeling I can change the world and I can't even get started. The key is trusting the process over perfection. Yeah, that one's pretty much on the nose. Emotional landscape. Psychologically, you likely learned how to read the room. Your emotional intelligence is razor sharp. You pick up on subtleties others miss. Yet because you process deeply, you sometimes overanalyze emotion, turning empathy inward until it becomes pressure. Your growth arc is to move from absorber to alchemist. Transform emotion into art, insight, or structure, and not just carry it. I think that's pretty accurate, on the nose. Yeah, a shadow and weakness patterns, emotional exhaustion from trying to fix everyone, over identifying with your roles as helper or rescuer, perfection paralysis, sense of high destiny and fear not meeting it, nostalgia,
sense of high destiny, check.
Nostalgia, letting go issues, often need to release the past repeatedly. Closure is your soul's workout. That's a pretty good one.
Wow.
Hidden strengths, charismatic empathy, creative translation, vision with follow through. I don't know. I guess I need a better calendar for that, but we can get some follow through. And moral gravity. You carry integrity as a frequency, and people feel your sincerity even when you don't speak. And then my destiny blueprint. Your life's arc is about transformation through compassion. You're here to close cycles, personal, familial, and collective, and help others do the same. This might express as creating something that heals, writing, teaching, mentoring, leading with purpose, or building a platform or project that restores humanity or artistry to systems that have lost it, like starting a podcast or two, turning personal pain into collective medicine. You're the bridge between emotion and structure, heart and action, dream and reality. The highest purpose, this is what ChatGPT says, if I distilled your life into one sentence, you are here to build something enduring that heals others, and in doing so, prove that empathy and structure can coexist. Yeah. Yeah,
man.
There's a lot there for sure. There's a lot that rings true, that hits kind of deep there.
Yep. Did yours give you your key power years? I had age 33 to 34 was a major awakening, which if you remember my life at that time was very much a major something. 45 to 48, which I'm in the early middle of. Purpose consolidation. So I'm consolidating my purpose. And 54 plus is teaching mastery phase. So I'm going to be like
I didn't get that.
Master daddy at 54 years old. So get ready.
I like that.
All right, now I'm going to jump into my soul purpose now. Great. This is my soul purpose. And the prompt was like to reveal my core life mission, the lessons I'm meant to experience, and the contribution I'm here to make in the world. So this is what I asked ChatGPT. My soul has a mission of communication, creation, and emotional illumination. I came into this lifetime to use words, ideas, and creative energy to help others see life through new eyes. I like that. I'm going to jump around here, so I'm not just reading for this whole podcast. A core life mission to awaken and inspire others through authentic self-expression, using your voice, ideas, and creativity to bring clarity, connection, and light into the world. Not dissimilar to yours. Yeah.
But that's Director Tom through and through. That's
yeah. I need to commit to creating. Creating's a big thing to me, it said. I need to stick to creating. I have to create every day, which I don't do. And you're here to contribute through communication that heals or uplifts. So there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe this is all setting us up for Bro Homo to really be the balm that the world has needed. We're gonna
heal souls with Bro Homo.
Do you have more?
No, that's it.
Okay, that's your sole purpose. Okay, mine is to heal through creation and leadership. Meant to act as a bridge between the emotional truth and real world impact. Purpose not to simply to understand people, but to translate that understanding into something that endures. Systems, art, writing, community. I'm clearly supposed to leave something lasting here. We
totally. You're getting that a lot.
I feel most alive. It says you likely feel most alive when you're helping others grow, heal, or reconnect. You're channeling your big emotion into creative or practical form and building something that could outlast you. Those things are all true. That's when I'm in flow is when I'm doing one of those things. My key soul lessons: release and renewal. Here to learn the art of letting go of roles, relationships, and even identities you've outgrown. That's a fucking good one. Every major leap in your life will come only after you've surrendered something that once defined you. The lesson here is closure is creation. What you release makes space for what's next. Yeah.
What do you need to release, bro? I can help you release.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's that the whatever final wall is still standing there. I'm supposed to just finally let go. I was finally supposed to let it down. And
I wish I could have altered your prompt to be like, your soul lesson is to let your best friend.
That's like the problem. I mean, side note, as much as I'm like totally here for AI, like once OpenAI needs to start making money, like it's going to be clearly biased. It's going to be paying for answers. It's going to be pay for play. But until then, we can believe all of this as pure fact, as just like the truth.
Okay, let's jump into relationship destiny map. So the prompt: decode the partners I'm most compatible with, the lessons I'm meant to learn and love, and the qualities of the person who will help me become my best self. And I got, I want a partner who's a best friend and a co-conspirator, which I think I got. Someone who stimulates your mind, laughs with you, and respects your need to create and move freely. Freedom versus closeness is a big thing for me. You crave connection, but can feel smothered easily. Yes, very much so. And Aquan, I definitely feel free to be myself and have space. What else? Depth over novelty. You love new ideas and experiences, but move on quickly when the excitement fades. I need someone who can stay curious with me and keep the inner worlds alive. The person who balances me is a witty conversationalist. Check. Balanced diplomat and the visionary friend lover, which I think is a really good description of Naquan. The steady nurturer, the intuitive dreamer is the kind of person I need. I was really excited to read that because it feels very true to who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, that nailed that one pretty good. My most compatible partners mirror my creativity and expressive side, and together inspire and laugh deeply. That's true. We talk all the time. All the time. Jen is like, she always says her whole thing is like she doesn't feel like a creative, but she feels like the editor for a creator or the head writer. And she doesn't even want to be the creative, but she does want to be a teammate for it, and she's really good at that. I think she's more creative than she gives herself credit for, but she is really good at being we joke about her being my head writer all the time. Like she's just who I bounce everything off of. And also, let's see, I work best with a 6. It offers loyalty, domestic warmth, and emotional steadiness. Balances outward compassion with introspective calm to help me think clearly. I think that's true. Another old soul who gets your empathy and global vision, though you must avoid mutual martyrdom. That's an interesting one. The trick isn't, the trick isn't only matching numbers, it's balancing energy. You thrive with someone who has emotional maturity and grounded pragmatism. That is, I would say that's Jen. I should avoid emotional escapists or chaos seekers who drain your compassion and reserve. That's fucking true.
Yeah.
Chaos seekers, the theater world has plenty of those, and I'm sure I'm not even sure. I was definitely one of them for a while, and I just remember like seeing clearly at some point being like, that's fucking exhausting. Like the need to seek out or create chaos is fucking exhausting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the other thing I need to avoid is those who compete with your inner light instead of co-creating with it. Yeah.
You did a good job. I will tell you though, sometimes Naquan and I will, like when we're hanging with you guys, like we'll go to the side and we'll be like, oh, they're martyring again. Like we should wrap this up. So just so you guys know. I'm just kidding, but I'm going to remember that. All right, last prompt. Act as my shadow mirror, where our shadow work. Uncover my hidden fears, toxic habits, self-sabotaging patterns. Oh, one of my life path told me podcaster would be a good
really
career. Yeah, I didn't mean to skip over that. So that's very exciting. Hidden fears, fear of being truly seen. You crave recognition yet dread exposure. I think that's very true. Fear of losing autonomy. I resist confinement. Fear of mediocrity. You sense big potential and secretly fear wasting it. I think that's very true. That one keeps me up at night, I think, sometimes. Do you ever have like a dark night of the soul where you just can't sleep and your mind goes to like big questions? No.
Yes.
Yeah.
More frequently, I have nights that are that than are not that.
Yeah.
There's plenty of that. That's a whole. Yes. That's a.
And as you get older, it's like, what am I doing with my life nights? Yeah.
And then that's like, for me, it's like, I've committed to a lot of the small stuff, like intentionally, like with kids and a family. And like, I want to look here and I want to create, very like small and right here. And then sometimes I'm like, well, I just checked out on the anything bigger or like more, more creative or more whatever, like expansive or anything like that. And then I'm like, I want to be with my kids. Like it's always a cycle of that going through all the time. I don't, kind of stepping away from performing was like, all right, well now I'm gonna look more close to home, and that cycles through being like, recognizing what I feel and trying to not make sure it doesn't turn into like resentment or something, but like that, that idea of like those dark nights come through for sure.
Yeah, totally. This makes me think of when I turned 20, I was working at Equinox and someone I worked with told me your 20s are about yourself. So it's all about focusing on you, being selfish, having fun, figuring out who you are. 30s is about your career, and your focus shifts to your career and figuring out, what that's going to be. 40s is about someone else and focusing on letting someone else really into your life and being a partner. And then your 50s is about turning your energy outwards to community. He didn't include kids in any of this, which worked out for me. I don't know where they fit in. I can't tell you, but 50s is when you look outwards to the world and how you're giving back and how you're showing up for the world. And this just all made me think about that.
Yeah, I like that. A couple of my I thought that this one, like the shadow landscape for me, like really hit on some truths. The first was fear of unworthiness, a deep sense that love must be earned. That's a thing I can't tell you. Like therapist Megan, I would say twice a month, once every couple of weeks, we have to talk about that. We have to talk about like the sense that I work hard, but that the root of that working hard might be stuck in working hard so that I can earn the worth, so that I can be worthy of love. And like, is it a fear-based work ethic or is it a thriving-based work ethic? And that's a thing that I have to look into a lot and question and wonder.
Interesting. Like work hard at like just anything in life?
Anything. Yeah. Like all of like, I mean, like I think that I pride myself on being a pretty hard worker, not very organized, but a hard worker. And like I would put work above any of my talents. I would say like I have some whatever, any number of like, I have some God-given talents, but I work hard to get anything that I get. I'm very proud of like working to get everything that I've gotten, but that definitely, some of it comes from a feeling of, like childhood stuff of feeling like I had to work to get approval, I had to work to get love, even, like just getting that kind of mindset, and that mindset sticking around, so that now like at home, like with whether it's domestic stuff or whatever, like partner stuff, whatever it is, like working, it's not even like, sometimes it's from a positive place, a healthy place of like working so that we can all thrive. But it definitely, like, there are some roots in like working so that I can be worthy of the life that I have and the love that I get. Like a little bit, there's like a deep, like kind of not being totally sure that it's there to stay, or that it's there for like just for me, because someone loves me and not because of the things that I can do to earn that. That's a thing that I have been working on for a while. So they nailed that one. The savior martyr loop. The compassion can slip into control disguised as help, trying to fix people or situations to reduce your own anxiety about chaos, which I think is pretty true. Perfection paralysis. That is certainly true. Like sense B to E, big destiny energy. I like that. Big destiny energy, but fear failing to meet it. Emotional over attachment. Read subtle energy so well that you merge with others' moods. Boundaries blur, intuition becomes anxiety, and you lose track of what's actually yours. And that's pretty true. Yeah, it's one that, like, especially like as a parent, modeling and not mirroring is a big thing that is talked about, and that you try to like learn. And I'm fucking so bad at that, because it's like for years, what I have done is mirrored a room, mirrored the energy, mirrored who I'm talking to, mirroring what's going on. Like for wherever that came from, that is like the thing that I do. And so now when it's like truly chaotic energy, because it's a smooth brain who has never been in these situations before, it's like absolutely the wrong thing to do is mirror that energy I'm supposed to be modeling. But it's like so foreign to me to fully model that's it. Like my instinct is to latch on and chameleon to whatever, is whatever's happening around me. So that's certainly been a area in which I've tried to put a lot of work. Yeah. Let's see. One of the steps I can take is to transform emotion into creation instead of letting it sit. Choose a medium, write music, design, and pour it into it instead of just people pleasing, which I think is an interesting way to look at that. Finish small projects, celebrate completion, replace perfect with complete. I like that. That's a thing that I can absolutely do.
Yeah, and look at your calendar. All right, you know what it's time for? That was fun. That was fun. I like that we did that. All right, good.
Me too.
Who would you fight? Who would you fight? Pow pow.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was like the alternate melody, the descant. I don't know. That's just what came out. It was what I was feeling.
I like it.
You go first.
Okay. And I buried this because I want to fight the guy that was sitting on the edge of the fucking the wave pool, and I watched him pick a scab off his knee. I watched at the fucking water park here today, and an hour before we sat down together, I watched a guy pick a scab off his knee and flick it into the wave pool as we were getting out, and I almost threw up on him, and I want to fight that guy. That's fuck you, dude. You're the fucking problem here. You are the absolute fucking problem, dude. I don't want to fight you. It was so fucking gross. So gross.
See my earlier...
I know. I mean, the truth is there's also like so much chlorine in that whole space that like the actual germs are not the problem, but it's fucking gross. It's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to fight
disgusting.
That guy.
I'm gonna change mine. I want to fight. This is not going to be a popular one, I know, but I want to fight it because I don't like it. I don't like the rash of Thanksgiving sandwiches you see come across all the menus in all the stores at this time of year. I don't like that you can walk into any old little thing and get a Thanksgiving wrap or this Thanksgiving croissant bullshit. Can I ask you a question? Did your favorite sandwich get replaced with a Thanksgiving sandwich, or could you just not get the Thanksgiving sandwich? I just don't agree. I don't approve of it. I think the magic of the Thanksgiving sandwich, if you're into it, is that you can make it once a year for the couple days after Thanksgiving. And I don't think you should have it handed to you on November 1st at Starbucks. And I don't approve. I want to fight it. So that's that.
All right, cool.
Thanks. All right, you read us out.
No, you need to do it because I closed the outline. I don't have it in front of me anymore.
All right. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to like and subscribe to No Homo for now with Jonathan and Tom on all podcast platforms and YouTube. Graphics and music by Matt Ladner, and a conciliatory thanks to Jen Dorenbosch and Naquan Williams. The opinions expressed on this podcast are solely those of the hosts and are intended for entertainment purposes only.
Nice. You nailed that, man. Nice work.
I did. I thank
glad
you.
it was you.
It's my life path. All right. Love you, bro.
All
oh,
right.
wait. Can we see the bathing suit?
Oh, no. I'm not. I changed into shorts. But I'll show you the shoes one more time if you want to see.
We just want to see your thighs. Yeah. Okay. Woof. Woof. Hot. Okay. Now I know what the, I picked the little picture on YouTube. So now I know what that is. All right. Bye.
All right.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.